All right, peace and blessings. Rob YB Youngblood coming at you. Hope you're having a wonderful, blessed, and productive day. It is Saturday, beautiful Saturday, April 7th, April 6th, actually. And this is session number 5 of the Confidence Builder series. Bigger part of the Collaboration Creates Currency movement, which will impact 100,000 lives in 2024. The vision of the Collaboration Creates Currency movement is to break the cycle of poverty and build wealth in individuals one connection at a time. And I'm your host, Rob YB Youngblood. Now, this is on my personal page, but it's put it public, so there may be people that discover this content that may not know who I am. So, just a little recap. I am a native of the Bronx, New York. Grew up in a single parent home. My father was murdered when I was 2. And I share that not to gain any sympathy, but just to let you know that those experiences have prompted me to become a compassionate connector. Now, for a long time, I was very much a people pleaser. But thanks to the mentoring and coaching of individuals like Kendall Ficklin, Eric Thomas, and several others, I'm a recovering people pleaser. I'll tell you about what that means down the line. But today, I'm going to get back into reading The Magic of Thinking Big. And over the last few days, we've been chopping this book down bit by bit. If you haven't read this book, I would highly recommend that you pick it up. As a matter of fact, you can order your copy from Resist Booksellers, which is a bookseller out of Petersburg, Virginia. Shout out to the Resist Booksellers team. They actually have copies of my book, Collaboration Creates Currency, the Blueprint for Visibility, Credibility, and Profitability on their shelves and on their site. So make sure you go to Resist Booksellers and you look up The Magic of Thinking Big. So as I'm reading this book, and we'll be on this book for quite some time. So whether you get it now or you get it later, it'll be available for you. But yesterday we talked about excuse-itis, which is a big part of a mental deadening disease, a mind deadening disease that causes people to fail in life, right? And so when you think about the reasons why people would fail, whether it's health, whether it's age, whether it's knowledge, whatever it might be, there are people who either use it as an excuse or they use it as a reason to do it, right? And so yesterday we talked about excuse-itis. We talked about, health excuse-itis specifically, which is one of the biggest reasons why people fail in life, because some people who have health ailments, right, whether it's a situation with their heart or diabetes or high blood pressure, whatever it might be, they may be lacking an arm, whatever it might be. There are people who will use that as a reason to fail, and there are others who will use it as a reason to succeed. And so it's really up to you. But today we're going to talk about the 4 things you can do to lick or beat health excuse-itis. So I gave you yesterday a few reasons why people fail because of health excuse-itis. Today I'm going to give you some solutions on how to overcome health excuse-itis. The best vaccine against health excuse-itis consists of these 4 doses. Number 1, refuse to talk about your health. The more you talk about an ailment, even the common cold, the worse it seems to get. Talking about bad health is like putting fertilizer on weeds. Besides, talking about your health is a bad habit. It bores people. It makes one appear self-centered and old-manish. Success-minded people defeat the natural tendency to talk about their bad health. One may, and let me emphasize the word may, get a little sympathy, but one doesn't get respect and loyalty by being a chronic complainer. Number 2, refuse to worry about your health. Dr. Walter Alvarez, emeritus consultant to the world-famous Mayo Clinic, wrote recently, I always beg worries to exercise some self-control. For instance, when I saw this man, a fellow who was convinced he had a diseased gallbladder, although 8 separate x-rays examinations showed that the organ was perfectly normal. I begged him to quit getting his gallbladder x rayed. I have begged hundreds of heart conscious men to quit getting electrocardiograms made. Be genuinely grateful that your health is as good as it is. There's an old saying worth repeating. I felt sorry for myself because I had ragged shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Let me read that again. I felt sorry for myself because I had ragged shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Instead of complaining about not feeling good, it is far better to be glad you are as healthy as you are. Just being grateful for the health you have is powerful vaccination against developing new aches and pains and real illness. Number 4, remind yourself often it's better to wear out than rust out. Life is yours to enjoy. Don't waste it. Don't pass up living by thinking yourself into a hospital bed. So those are the 4 ways to overcome, or in this case, the book says lick health excusitis. Let me review it one more time. Review to talk about your health. Number 1. Number 2, refuse to worry about your health. Number 2. Number 3, be genuinely grateful that your health is as good as it is. And number 4, remind yourself often it is better to wear out than rust out. I think the most important part of this of the book, The Magic of Thinking Big, what we're tapping into today for the Confidence Builder series, is this one powerful quote that says, I felt sorry for myself because I had ragged shoes until I met a man who had no feet. You see, health excusitis is real. People use it every day as a reason for why they aren't successful. But the purpose of this conversation is to build your confidence and to give you new information that will allow you to change your mindset, your methodology, and the direction that you're going to achieve that which you're looking to accomplish. I know when I read that years ago, I was introduced to this book about 20 years ago, I was blown away. And now, in the season that I'm in, this information is even more important because it's easy to fall backwards. It's easy to regress. It's easy to see the world from a different perspective. Now, understand this. When you use health excusitis, it's like pouring fertilizer on weeds. And understand, it doesn't take much for weeds to grow. Like, you really don't have to do anything. The weeds are going to grow regardless. When you pull them, they're going to grow some more. But could you imagine not pulling the weeds and still pouring fertilizer on it? That's what happens when we utilize, or when folks utilize health excusitis. So I'm excited about just being able to share these ideas with you. I pray that you're getting value from them. If you are, feel free to drop a message in the comment section, share, like, follow, connect with us. I'm excited that as a result of reading this book and many others, that I've forged forward to create different ventures. As a matter of fact, the newest venture I just recently launched is called YB Credibility PR, which is a public relations firm. We primarily work with authors, business owners, corporate leaders, entrepreneurs, and professional speakers who have less than 5 years of experience, but they want to increase their influence, impact, and income through public relations. And so I encourage you to follow YB Credibility PR on Instagram. Follow us on LinkedIn. And if you are a person who fits that demographic, feel free to send us an email at info@collaborationcreatescurrency.com. Once again, I'm Rob YB Youngblood, founder of the Collaboration Creates Currency movement, which will impact 100,000 lives in 2024 through our efforts. We are excited that this month of April is Financial Literacy Month, and so during this month we are growing the Empower 5K Financial Literacy Initiative, which will get copies of this book Collaboration creates currency, the blueprint for visibility, credibility, and profitability, into the hands of 5,000 individuals who are either college students, young professionals, or adults who have a desire to become entrepreneurs, financially independent, or financially wealthy. If that's you, feel free to contact me and I'll be happy to send you more information about the book, and also send you more information on how you can either be a supporter or sponsor of the Empower 5K Financial Literacy Initiative. As we close up this session, I want to encourage you, as I always do in every session, be encouraged, be blessed, but most of all, be faithful over the gift that you've been given. And remember, your gift will make room for you. We'll see you on tomorrow's session of the Confidence Builder series. Peace.